Okay. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Youth and Education meeting. The time is now 7:39 p.m. and I want to call the meeting to order. My name is Gail Grandison and I'm the chair of the Youth and Education Committee. First, let me say Happy New Year to everyone. Welcome to 2026. I wish everyone the best for this year, prosperity, happiness, health, all that good stuff. I am going to go around and ask folks to please identify themselves. Let me see something because I can't see, given how the screen is, how many people are on and stuff. So, Miss Bauer, you may have to help me just. If you see anyone put their hands up or anything like that, I don't know.
Okay,
Hi,
George
George.
Tate, committee member. Happy New Year, everyone.
Welcome. Hello, Mr. Tate. Dr. Ed Williams.
Yes, good evening and Happy New Year to everyone. I'm pastor of a church in our community and glad to be here. Pentecostal Church of God.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for being here. And where's that church located?
2310 Cotillia Road, Bedford and Cotillia Road, 1 block from the old Sears. We've been there,
Okay.
been there just about 56 years.
Oh, wow. Ooh, makes me feel young. Oh, wow. Okay, 56 years. Great. Great. Welcome. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Next
Pleasure.
I can see is Ms. Saunders.
Good evening, everyone. Cheryl Saunders, committee member.
Thank you. Ms. Saunders, welcome. Ms. Judd.
Oh, I'm not sure if I'm muted. I'm Melissa Judd. I am the executive director of Reaching Excellence in Achievers and Leaders, and I am part of the community.
Center our minds
Thank
and
you, Ms. Judd.
again, Lord, we declare that you are the center of our lives and the center of our joy.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate that, though. Okay, Mr. George, welcome. Again, introduce yourself. Race for Excellence.
Good evening, everyone. My name is George Hutchinson. Most people call me Hutch. I am the executive chairman of Race for Excellence. I am a member of this community. I live right around the corner, actually, from the community board office. And yep, that's about it.
Oh, I didn't know you lived that close. Oh, nice. Welcome. It's good to see you again. Ansia Eiffel.
Hi, good afternoon or good evening, everyone. My name is Ansia Eiffel. I'm new to the community here in Flatbush, Brooklyn.
Oh, welcome, Ms. Eiffel. Great to have you here.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Ayana G.
Good evening, everyone, and Happy New Year. My name is Ayana, and I am a committee member.
Welcome. Happy New Year. I think next I see Inan Barrett. Am I pronouncing it correctly? Please correct me if I'm not.
Hi, my name is Enan,
Inan.
and I'm also from the community, and I walked by and I decided to show up.
Oh, nice. Thank you. Thank you for showing up to our meeting.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Dr. Walsh. Are you there, Julie?
Good evening. Yes, I'm here. Good evening, everyone, and Happy New Year. This is Jody Walsh. I'm a community board member.
Welcome. Okay, Mr. T. Ewan, Miss McCain Brown.
Good evening, everyone. Happy New Year. Monica McCain Brown, committee member.
Thank you. Mr. Green.
Hi, I'm Ronald Green. Hi, I'm Ronald Green, and I'm a board member of the community and a committee member as well.
Welcome, Mr. Green. It's great to see you. Ms. Wall.
Good evening, everyone. Happy New Year. Simone Monet Walls, board member. Committee member.
Good evening, everyone. Happy New Year. Terry Smith coming on by phone.
Okay, Smith, nice to have you. And Nicole
Thank you.
Julius. Miss Julius.
Thank you.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Happy New Year. My name is Nicole, and I am a board member.
Nice to have you here. I may call you, well, I'm just going to say, I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to call you for, but I may call you during the meeting just to get some updates and stuff. So just be prepared. But it's nothing.
That's me?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Miss George. Noreen George. Okay. Deidre Lovell. Lovell or Lavelle?
Lavelle.
Lavelle.
Yeah, hi, good evening, everyone. This is Deidre Lavelle, and I am a committee member.
Nice. Miss Duncan.
Good evening, I'm here. Mrs. Duncan, committee member, board member. Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year. I know Miss Terry is on the phone. Did I miss anyone? If I did, please take the opportunity to introduce yourself. I think I captured everyone.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kamara, and I'm a committee board member and a committee member.
Hi, Kamara. I'm sorry. I'm now seeing you. This WebEx is so weird. Oh, my goodness. Hi, Kamara. Happy New Year. Did I miss anyone else? Okay. Okay, so moving along, I want to welcome each and every one of you. I'm going to go into the chairperson's report. Not much of a report to give. What's been happening. So for the new year, you guys know we have a new mayor. We have a new chancellor. Lots of changes happening. And tonight, I want to touch on that a bit around, around our new chancellor. Still trying to figure out a lot of the policies and priorities that's going to come out from City Hall, but we'll talk more in depth about that as we go into the meeting. Just a couple of announcements, things that are happening. So, Ms. Burlott, who's the chair of the Parks and Beautification Committee, she has an initiative out, and it's called It's My Part Initiative. It's a hands-on park stewardship program that actively engages young people in caring for and improving the local parks. And she reached out asking, for us to get the schools involved. So it could be elementary, middle, or high schools to, participate in this initiative. And what it is, it's a few things that the students would be doing. They can conduct park cleanup efforts, like removing litter and light maintenance, count and identify existing plants to support the environment, or adding new plants, to beautify the parks and strengthen the local urban biodiversity, facilitate educational activities for youth, learning about different types of leaves, plants, and their roles in the ecosystem. And this is done by folks from the Parks Department. It helps encourage teamwork, civic responsibility, environmental awareness, and, brings out ownership and strengthens community pride, especially in neighborhoods with green spaces. And I know someone said once that we do not have a lot of green spaces here in East Flatbush, but the ones that we do, we sure want to make sure that, we utilize them and keep them.
Nobody else.
Huh? You said Mr. Tate? Okay, I thought he made a comment. So if you have any of your young folks in your, communities, in schools, in your household, your congregations or what, and you think this would be something to be, that's worth their time, it's good community service also, you can reach out to the board and get the information for Miss Antoine and, contact her. She really needs some volunteers. I think this is either the second or the third year that she's doing it. I could be wrong. It could be more than that, but I know she did it last year. And the part that we played as the education committee was to help her reach out to the schools and to get kids to be involved in this. So please, if you know of anyone, any kids that are looking for some community service and, are interested in anything like that, please feel free to reach out. Let's see. Just to give an update on the essay writing competition. So I do have that core team of a subcommittee of Mr. Blaze. Let me see who I can remember. Miss Ayana, Miss Walls, Miss Mark, and there's another person. I don't have her name, it's just the email, that she's not on here tonight, that has been are part of the committee. I sent out the framework to them earlier this week. Well, an updated framework, because we spoke about this back in December, along with the rubric. So if you're on the call, and I know I got your call, email, Miss Walls, and I asked for the deadline to be Friday. If you're on the call, just get me your feedback, because the timeline that we have for this to go out is the beginning of February and it ends April 1st is the deadline that we have. We're still looking, and I'm not going to, unless I don't want to volunteer the folks from the subcommittee into doing it, but we will be looking for people to read and score the essays, and also to help us do some planning, around the ceremony, what that will look like, funds, given that we have funds provided, and also getting all the gifts and stuff together. I think I have, at the board office, we have enough gifts that we can give out. But if you want to come on board, I will greatly appreciate your help in the reading and the scoring. Depends on, how many we get back. And once again, once everything is completed by Monday, Tuesday next week, I will send out the information to all the committee members. You'll have the flyer, the rubric, all the necessary information, the registration form and stuff that you can share with your siblings at home, grandkids, nieces, nephews, whoever, other people in the community and congregations, or, and it goes from elementary to high school. So the field is really open for anyone to, to get involved with. So if I don't have your email and you're interested in getting the information, please drop your email in the chat and I will make sure that you get a copy of the essay writing competition and all that's it entails. Let's see. What else? We ask that if you have any events coming up, kindly, and you want to have them marketed to the community, please reach out to ADM, Ms. Farah, so that she can get them on the website. The board has a newsletter that goes out. Is it every month, Ms. Farah?
Every month, the day after the general board meeting.
Yes. And the general board meeting is next Wednesday, so it'll go out the Thursday. So if you have anything that's happening, please get that information out to her, flyers, whatever, and we'll have it in the newsletter for you. And Ms. Farah has put her email in the chat, so please utilize it. Even if it's an announcement, a simple announcement or what, we are willing to market, any of your events, or if you have a meeting or something coming up that holds the interest for the community, please. To do that, I think that is the end of my report. I am going to ask any questions. Okay, Miss Julius, are you still there? Okay, so this is where you come in. I said I was going to ask you something, but you are communications.
Yes, I am.
Yes, so I'm just going to ask you to share any relevant information with the committee of things that are happening that you are aware of, whether it's elected officials or the things in the community.
Hold on a second. So I know this month, hold on, check my notes. So I know, even let me just get the stuff together, and if you could come back right, I'll come
Yeah,
back
that's
right to you in a
fine.
second.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
Yeah.
Miss
While she's getting herself together, I have two questions.
Yes.
So for the first announcement you make about It's My Part, what
Yes.
is the age range for the children who would like to be involved in that?
That's a very good question.
I'm sorry, I tend to ask good questions.
No, that's okay. I'm trying to see if she did give me age range. I know she said elementary. But I don't have an age range. But I'm going to say it more than likely. Trying to see if she did give me one. Maybe from about 10. I mean, I can find that out and see. Okay. Ms. Farah, do you have any information on the It's My Parks initiative from
As
Ms.
for the
Burlock?
age range, I'm not sure. I remember last time we did it, I believe it was elementary grade schools, children. But the specific age range, I'm not aware of. I
Okay,
see Mr.
elementary
Tate
school
has his
is,
hands up. Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Tate.
Yeah, yes, as a follow-up to the question, in the past, we have done elementary school through high school because we had the younger kids to be doing things while the high school kids could be helping cleaning up. Because normally it entails planting and also raking and, collecting garbage. So I would say elementary to high school, that's what I've been involved with it for a few years. And basically
Okay.
that's what we get. Unfortunately, we don't get a lot of high school kids. I have to say that.
Okay.
okay, thank you. And the
And what's the
second
other
question,
question?
yep, the
Mhm.
second question is about the essay contest.
Yes.
One, when is the contest? And two, for the grading, is it in person or virtual?
So it starts the contest. We're going to send out the information to the schools the beginning of February. I'm trying to do February 1st. And it ends, all essays must be in-house by April 1st. And the grading will have to be in person. And I say this dependent. So we are asking that the essays be typed and emailed, right?
Okay. Mhm.
But we're also are looking at if there's, some students who not going to email it, but the preference is to write it and bring it in-house and drop it off at the board's office, right? I don't want anyone to feel left out. I know that, practically everyone has a computer at this point in time, but I'm not going to say everyone make that definitive because I don't know what people, other people's households, but I think it's fair to say the majority of folks have some, a tablet or something. So I just want to give that option if
Mhm.
there's who does not have that resource at home, that they're able to drop it off at the board's office. If it's what I will say is if we get all of them online, then can be virtual reading and grading,
Okay.
we would just have to set up like a Google sheet where folks can go in, and depends on how many people we have grading for them to read and to put their marks and stuff like that. So depends on what we get, the outcome would be either like you don't have to meet to read and to grade them, but depends on how many we get that are physically paper in the board's office, then,
Understood. So my
yeah.
wife says that as long as she's available, she'd be willing to support.
Oh, I like that. Okay. And you can send me her information and I will add her to that list.
Okay.
Let me see, Gabriel Holmes. I know I had someone at the board, last board meeting told me he would love to be. So I'm gonna ask my subcommittee who is on, are you guys willing to be readers and graders also, or your powers are limited to
Hi,
just getting
good
it?
evening. I have a suggestion maybe for those children, young that don't have access to a computer. Maybe they can go to the library. I know the library has computers. I don't know if that could be an idea for them, and then they can just
No,
email it to the
definitely.
board instead of bringing it over.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Okay, wonderful.
That's something that, if the parents, if they want to do it, it doesn't matter whether the computer is in the home or the school or at the library, right? I'm just saying that if there's, someone says, well, I don't have access, because there's always that one person that might be like, hey, I don't, we had to write it out or what. I don't want to leave anyone out. But yes, those are all
Absolutely.
resources that
Okay.
they can use. Yeah. So I didn't hear anything from my subcommittees. Miss Diana, Miss Walls. Is Miss Mark on the line? Or is there anyone else who wants to be a grader, reader, grading?
What did you actually want us to speak about? This is
No, it's
Simone.
nothing to speak about. I'm saying that I'm looking to see who wants to be part of the reading and grading the essays.
I'm available if needed.
Okay.
I'm available.
I'm available also, Terry Smith. Thank you.
Okay.
And so
Okay,
am
Miss.
I, Deidre Lavelle.
Miss
Somebody
Walls.
else said they were available but didn't provide their name.
Yes, Miss
Miss
Simone
Walls.
Wall.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I think we have a good number of people. And look, as I said, depending on the amounts we get, we can separate those who will strictly handle like elementary or middle or high, just to make it go fast. But thank you. I appreciate all of you for that. Okay. Miss Julius, are you ready?
Yes, my dear. So first,
Okay.
I would like to say this month is Muslim Heritage Month. So happy Muslim Heritage Month to anyone that celebrates. BAM has a Martin Luther King event that's free to everyone. I could provide if anybody's interested, I could provide Miss Farah that information and she could share it with the committee. So it's at BAM, January 19th. It also, if anybody is interested in learning about discretionary funding, Councilwoman Farrell Lewis' office is doing workshop on discretionary funding. And again, if anybody is interested, we could provide that information to the group.
When is that?
I shared it in the group, but I didn't pull out. But I could come back to the date and give you the dates of the training.
Okay.
AD 58, which is Assemblywoman Monique Chandler Waterman, has a Vital Voice meeting on January 24th at PS 189. And some of the topics they're going to cover is flooding, housing. I don't know if anybody applied to the Utica Avenue Crescent apartments, so they will have information about the lottery at that meeting as well. So that's all the information that I was able to gather in the short time that's happening within our community.
Okay, that's great. Thank you. I know that Martin Luther King, which is this weekend, coming up. There's usually a lot of events in the community. So, isn't there one that Senator Parker? Did you say Senator Parker usually have that one?
No, what you talking? The breakfast one?
No. There's usually one that's it's that temple on Church Avenue. It's been there for the past couple of years. I went Church Avenue closer to, is it Flatbush? Can't remember what it's called, but it's something temple.
I know Alliance normally. I've been to Alliance Church on Clarendon. They normally have a Martin Luther King event. I've been to theirs, and I'm sure they're having one again. There's quite a few. If anybody's interested, I could compose and we could share it with the group.
Okay. All right, great. Thank you. Thank you for that. Okay, so any other questions from
Just
anyone?
one reminder to everyone, we all are invited to the community board meeting on next Wednesday. We'd love to have you join us in person, and if you can't, join us in Zoom, but we'd love to, get to meet each of you. Next Wednesday
Awesome.
it's 7 o'clock, right?
7:30. Yeah, 7 o'clock. 7
7
o'clock. Yes,
o'clock.
sorry.
At
Yes.
Downstate.
And yeah. And the entrance is on, what's that, Lenox? Yes.
On Lenox,
On
yes.
Avenue.
And Farah, could you just provide the address if anybody wanted to write it down off your head?
Yeah. Please put it in the chat, Miss Farah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay, moving on. I'm gonna skip a couple of things.
Madam Chair?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, my hands are up, but I didn't, I don't think you saw it.
No, I can't see. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, as a follow-up to Nicole, the Martin Luther King Remembrance at Alliance Tabernacle is Sunday at 5 p.m.
Okay.
Thanks for that update, yes.
I'll try to see if I could. I'll forward you the flyer, and then you can send it out. Okay, but it's Sunday at 5 p.m. And that's 3304 Clarendon Road, corner of New York Avenue. Yes. And if I may, while I'm here, I also remind that tomorrow is the 67 Precinct Community Council meeting at the precinct, which is, I believe, is 2820 Snyder Avenue at 7 o'clock.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. So, any other questions? Anyone? Okay, so I am going to ask Dr. Williams, as you are here with us, do you mind telling us a bit about your church and any programs that, your church offers for our youth?
Well, at this time, we are again churches across.
I'm sorry, Mr.
Councilman's
Williams,
talking.
I'm sorry. Dr. Williams, give me 1 minute. Can you please, whoever is the person, mute yourself? Appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, Dr. Williams. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we have certainly been a vibrant church, as many of the churches across the nation. There has been a transformation as a result of COVID. And so we're in the process of rebuilding. But I will say during the month of February, it has been our tradition to carry the theme of Black history throughout the month. Our millennial ministry, comprising of young adults, make presentations on Friday from 7 to 8 p.m. It is virtual. And they have tackled subjects such as healing from trauma, which is certainly dear to me and a passion of mine since I've worked as an administrator in mental health for 35 years. But that was last year. This year, they're taking a look at the movement of the civil rights as it relates to the church and the church being poor. And so that is what is happening for us during the upcoming February. We have a community choir. It's called HOPE, and the acronym stands for Harmonizing Outreach Praise Ensemble. There are no conditions for people from the community to join the church. Anyone who just loves to sing can be a part of this gospel singing. We've formulated this with the intention to do just that, to invite community to community. And so people from as far as Italy and certainly other parts of the world have passed through, and it's been really fun. And they have so the Hope Choir will be singing on the fourth Sunday of the month. Those are the immediate things that are happening. And then, of course, our traditional, what has been coined as Sunday school, we call it church school. We do that at 12 noon, and we focus on practical application. We are a church that places a lot of emphasis on education, and hence why I'm here to learn of what the committee is about. And so we do. We have many teachers in the congregation, and over the years, and even I have taught in college. But so education is really very important, really very important to us. So I just came to hear, and hopefully those two plugs concerning our Black history. You're welcome to if you're interested. I can put the link in if I can get the number real quick, the ID number. But certainly on Sunday we're present, and also on the fourth Sunday at 2310 Cotillion Road. Usually is our big day event. We have a guest speaker and always free soul food on that day.
Okay,
So,
you guys heard that.
thank you for the time. I wasn't expecting, but thank you.
Yeah, I'm sorry putting you on the spot, but
It's
thank
okay.
you. Thank you so much for sharing that information with us.
Yeah.
I know that, and I call on our churches because I know, we do have our young folks who go to church, or, the younger ones go with their parents and stuff. So it's interesting to hear what each church is doing, especially to draw in the youth, or how it aligns, with them, that they keep coming back. And, I grew up having to go to church, in the church for quite some time, taught Sunday school for a while also. So it always interests me to see what programs are being done, because that is part of our community. That is our community. That is our community, right? And sometimes you don't learn everything in school, but churches are a learning institution also. So
Absolutely.
okay, thank you so much for that.
You're welcome very much.
Mr. Hutch, tell us about Race for Excellence. Before you get into that, we were supposed to have a meeting a long time ago. I'm glad you remember. But I see you have something exciting happening, so I want to hear about it, because I did hope that that you were doing great things and you were getting funding and able to spread this really great program. So tell us a bit more about it.
Okay, so first of all, great evening to everyone I didn't greet yet, and Happy New Year. I'm the executive chairman of Race for Excellence, which is a STEAM-based group mentoring and after-school program for children ages 11 to 14. We use 10-scale electric remote control cars to have them practice using the tools for success. Many of the soft skills that sometimes schools leave out. So public speaking, clear communication, dealing with unmet expectations, self-control, teamwork, that kind of thing. It's intrinsic learning. They learn to design and paint the bodies of 10-scale remote control cars. We teach them about the 5 major parts with emphasis on the motor. So we walk them through basic electricity, basic magnetism, and electromagnetism. And if that isn't enough, we throw in just a little financial literacy, so that when they turn 14 and they get their working papers, they know who FICA is and why they're taking all their money. So I have been running this program for 16 years now. I've been doing it myself, mostly out of my pocket. In addition to the lessons that they learn in the program, I've also incorporated a trip to the New York Auto Show, where we get to show them where what they learned can work for them in real life. It's not just about cars, it's about engineering as well. And like I said, teamwork. And they also attend the Black Men's Brunch hosted by 500 Men Making a Difference. So there they learn how to network. They introduce themselves to some of the movers and shakers in New York. And they introduce themselves, like I say, as part of Race for Excellence. My hope is that they will make an impression on one of those businessmen, and maybe they'll hire them as or bring them in as an apprentice. 500 Men is big on networking as well. So I'm here because I'm going to need a little help. I've been running the program in Bedford-Stuyvesant, and I would like to bring the program here to closer to where I live in East Flatbush. I have the support of Assemblyman Kevin Parker, who actually gave me who awarded me my very first grant. I'm very excited about this. So my intention is to keep the mentoring program free for the parents. Well, relatively free. I have a $10 registration fee, and that's just so the parents can tell the kids, hey, look, I paid for you to do this thing, you're going to show up. And they don't take us for granted because we're free. I would like to offer, I also offer after-school programming to middle schools, of course. The after-school program is for both boys and girls, and they meet twice a week for 2 hours each day. The mentoring program meets once a month on a Saturday from 5 to 1, currently in Bedford-Stuyvesant. I would like to start another program here in East Flatbush. This summer, I'm hosting my very first summer program. It's 5 days, and it will be held at the Beacon Center on Nostrand Avenue between Foster and Farragut. I would like to involve directly the 3 middle schools in this area, 4 actually. MS 181, MS 109, MS 285, and Ascend Charter Middle School. The intention is to get 8 to 10 children from each school, working with the PTA. I'm planning on hiring summer youth to support me with running the program, so I'll be training them earlier on in the summer. And I'm also looking to duplicate myself. So I'm actively looking for 2 interns that I can train and have them take some of the responsibility away from me so that I'm free to do other things. We also have our own fundraiser where if you're having a block party, just like you have a bouncy house come out, we'll come out and set up the track and conduct races for anyone there. The background, if you see behind me, I was at a block party a few years back. This is actually one of the medium-sized tracks that we set up. And as you can see, I can move aside so you can get a better look. The cars go around the track. It's not as easy as it looks. And there is a level of difficulty, and that's where the self-control comes in. That's where the celebration of success comes in, when they succeed at their goals. So this summer program will be my first. Like I said, 5 days, 8-hour days. So if parents need some place for their children to be while they're at work, we got you. And like I said, I'm targeting those middle schools in the hopes that they will see the benefit, the parents will see the benefit, and they will advocate for me to the administration and have the schools pick us up as after-school program.
Okay. So have you reached out to those schools to get them involved? Like what has been your marketing plan to get these schools to send their kids?
I am actively trying to get in touch with the PTA presidents, and I would like to present at the PTA meeting if possible. I've in the past reached out to the administration, the parent coordinators and the principals, and I haven't really gotten much interest, but I'm also clear that parent coordinators and principals have a lot more on their plate than a new program they've never heard of.
Right.
So I've changed direction, and now I'm going for the PTA, going directly for the parents, and hoping they, like I said, can advocate for me. So I'm actively trying to find the information for the PTAs now.
Okay. So tell me the schools again. I said PS 181.
Yes. MS 109. MS 285. That's my 11.
Oh, 285.
And Ascend Charter Middle School. That's over here on Nostrand Avenue in Newkirk.
Oh, the one. Okay, Charter Middle School. I don't know if I have information for them. I have to check. I know I have 1 or 2 Ascends in my contact list. But,
so the good thing is that the grant awarded to me by Kevin Parker, the first 2 schools that reach out and want the program, they're going to get the program virtually free because of Kevin Parker's grants.
And how many students is that? You said 8 from each school, so that would be
8 to 10
16?
from each school. That would be roughly 38 to 40 children.
So you want a total of 38 to 40 kids.
That's the hope.
But each school, if they can provide 8 to 10.
Yes.
Okay.
So I did say I wanted to employ summer youth. The reason I want to employ summer youth is that when the schools pick me up for the program, I'm going to need to staff the schools. I can only be in one place at a time.
Right.
So the staff that I'll be training during the summer and that will help me with the summer program, they have to be 18 and up, of course.
Right.
And if they show enough responsibility and they make it through the training, I would like to give them the part-time jobs of running the programs in the school.
So you're looking for, so are you saying that you would like to employ youth outside of using the summer youth program structure?
I am open to both. So right now I run the program. It's me. If I'm not there, there's no Race for Excellence. So I had a couple of volunteers at one point. Life has been lifing. So what I need now is, like I said, some more support in terms of employees or volunteers. I will be hiring people to run the after school program. It would be nice if it was people who came through the program already and have received training, as opposed to putting someone in the after school program who knows nothing about it.
Yeah. I see where you're coming from with that. So this program, if I understand, this is for the summer.
I'm running a summer program. I'm currently running my mentoring program.
Right.
So those 2 are concurrent.
But the schools that you're targeting, if I'm correct,
yes, that's just for the summer program for now.
Okay. So with this program, and I do hear you that you do want to have, you would like to employ some youth. And I know I'm just going to throw a couple things out there that I'm thinking about, because we know that, funding is always the major issues of whether a program gets up off the ground, it succeeds, or, any parts to it. So, we have the summer youth program, and I did hear you that you said that you would like folks who've been in the program. So I don't know if you have any particular past students in mind that you can, contact and can hire outside of that.
So let me ask this: the summer youth that we have here in CB17, is that the same? Is that a citywide thing?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
It's the citywide. What I was going to perhaps suggest is, if you are and I don't know, it might be a fluke that some of these past students are actually in this program or go to programs within some of the CBOs that we have here during the summer. I was going to say, what about if you partner with one of our CBOs like Sesame Flyers or Canva to get a couple of their summer youth kids to work with you, and that you can teach them about the program. You know, if that is outside of, if you cannot find other, you know, past students who will be able to assist you with this.
I would love to try and partner with them. You said Canva, and who was the other one?
Sesame Flyers, there's Canva, there's East Flatbush Village. You know, they all have older kids in their programs also. There's a few more. There's also the God Squad. They also have youth, summer youth, because for Youth Happening, I usually have kids from there that help out. From East Flatbush Village, the God Squad, Sesame Flyers, and there's Canva also. There's another one, Elite Learners.
Okay.
You know, if you can partner with one of these organizations, I mean, it depends. How many young folks are you looking for?
I would like to keep the ratio of mentors to students at worst 4-to-1.
4-to-1.
And I may have to get that down to maybe 2-to-1, because I'm clear that summer youth can only work 20 hours, 25 hours a week.
Yeah.
So I am going to have to create a schedule where I'll have enough coverage for all the children. So the number of youth will almost directly depend on the number of children that register. And I'm gonna shoot for that high mark, that 40 children.
Yeah.
So we're looking at between 25 and 30 youth, so that we can have full coverage for the summer program, because it's 5 days, it's 8 hours a day.
Okay.
So I have to kind of stagger them so that I get full coverage. Yeah, I'm still working that out. I got so I have a sponsor. Like I said, I have a location. Excel Blades is actually one of my sponsors. One of my Masonic lodges actually sponsored one child. So we're moving forward, but like I said, I'm looking to get involved directly with the PTAs, so I can make sure I have enough children in there to make it worth everybody's while.
Okay. Do you mind asking, how much is it to sponsor a child for the summer?
So a child for this program, well, not the whole summer, it's 1 week, it's 5 days.
It's 1 week, yeah.
So for 5 days, it's $600 per child.
$600 per child. Okay. Okay. Excellent. So I do have MS 181, 109, 285, the PTA's information and stuff like that. And I want to talk to you a bit more around this, because I'm willing to do a reach out to those schools, an introduction, and also to the CBOs that I mentioned. Because I mean, it's January, but you know, folks are kind of getting themselves ready for the summer with you know, youth summer youth program and stuff. It starts early. So how about if we set up a call? I have your email for something Friday or Monday or something next week, so we can just go over logistically what you should tell them to bring them in. And I think I still have some information from you about the program, but this is a more in-depth summer thing. just to horn in on the specifics of what you need for that time period. Okay.
All right.
All right.
I'll definitely be in touch with times. I'm available on both days. Oh, well, Friday. Monday's probably the better day.
Okay.
500 Men has their Martin Luther King observance, and I did promise to provide some support over there in Bed-Stuy. So
okay, so
Monday'd probably be better.
Yeah, if it's Monday, it'll be like in the evening. Does
That
that
works.
work better? Okay, so I'll send you an email just to look at some times, and
Okay.
you can take it from there. So once Miss Barrett said there are 2 Ascend schools over there: Central Brooklyn Ascend Middle School and Flatbush Ascend Middle School. You should reach out to their principal. Okay, awesome. We can look at that also. So thank you, Miss Barrett. Does anyone have any questions for Mr. Hutchinson or
Yes,
Board has his hand up
yes,
there.
my hands
I
are up.
can't see hands, so I'm gonna ask you guys to like our self-driving cars, to self-guide yourself with asking the questions. I don't know why, but I just
Okay.
can't see hands. So
Okay,
help
this
me
is
out.
George. This is George State again. Just a quick question regarding the schools. You mentioned a couple of schools, but I did not hear MS 246, which is also in the community. I don't know if there's a reason why they're not there, or is it something that you could also consider? Walt Whitman.
I wasn't familiar with that school, so I would definitely I have no problem with adding that school to the list.
Okay, it's MS 246, Walt Whitman, and it's they are at I believe it's 72 Veronica Place.
Yes.
It's yes.
Yeah,
Thank
I know
you, sir.
principal there. Yeah. Anyone? Anyone else has a question for Mr. Hutchinson?
I don't see any more hands up.
Any
so
hands?
what I'll do is I will put the website and my email in the chat. The splash page of the website has a video with me describing the program, and there is a video showing me actually running the program and the children racing. So if you want to share the information with someone, you can definitely send them to the website.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you so much.
And thank you very much for the opportunity to share this information. As soon as I get in touch with the PTAs, I'll have a flyer that I'd be glad to share with the community board.
Okay, great. Dr. Williams, if there's anyone in your congregation that is interested in this, please have them reach out also. It's not, just specifically the schools, but our young people. Okay.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Any other questions from anyone? Okay, moving on. I'm just going to, I wanted to do, this is not a very in-depth conversation, but I wanted to see what our folks' take on the new chancellor. Have you heard about any of, the policies or priorities that might be coming along for the rest of the school year? Anything in particular stands out? Anything that's concerning to you or what? Nothing? No one has heard? Does anyone know him? Anyone that was been in the school system or work within DOE that's on here? Does anyone know him? I know it was said that he used to be a superintendent in District 13, which is way outside of our district. But besides that, some of the folks I spoke to do not really know him or know enough about him. I read up that, he was great for when it comes to integration diversity within the schools and stuff. That is one of his big features that he's been able to do. Miss Duncan? Is she there? Miss Duncan, are you there?
I am.
Anything on our new chancellor?
No, I don't know enough yet. I know he sent out a letter to us about his first week, but it was just him pretty much visiting schools and trying to get familiar with the role. I haven't
Okay.
seen much more than that.
Nice, nice. Okay, I heard about the letter also.
Okay, yeah, this is George.
Yes.
I don't know him, but I know about him because my granddaughter that lives in Manhattan is in his district, and I know he's well liked in that district from what my daughter and my son-in-law say. They have a lot of youth programs that came about under his leadership. That it would be nice if it's something that could be brought up to the whole city. So I would say he was well liked as a superintendent by the teachers and all that. And also I have another daughter that is a principal in Manhattan, and they say, yeah, he was. Well, all I heard was positive things, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed and praying for the best.
Yes. Nice, nice. Okay, great. Great. Anyone else? So I had a really crazy idea, and I was going to see if there's somewhere, and I know he's this, everything dropped like at the 11th hour, coming on there to the end of the year as to who the new chancellor will be. There was a lot of speculation around Melissa remaining in the post and stuff like that. So when this news dropped, I got a couple of calls, and folks were like, "What's happening? This is not what it's supposed to be," and stuff like that. So, sometimes unexpected surprises can work out for the best. And as a community, I feel like support is vital, right? And especially New York City, one of the largest school systems in the country, it's a heavy lift. It's a big job, right, to do. So you can tell me whether this is feasible or we shouldn't do it, was thinking that maybe if we can get the chancellor to attend one of our meetings, maybe for half an hour, to just learn a bit more about him and what his priorities are, for our kids. If, that sounds, we may or may not, don't know, because, as I said, he's now on the job and there's a lot ahead. I wouldn't want to do it physically because he may not have the time to do all of that. So I figured maybe a virtual meeting, maybe for half an hour, just to come on, answer some questions, tell us about, what he sees for New York City kids moving forward. And, one of the things I did hear that the mayor was talking about also was parent engagement and making that program. I remember when parent engagement was a really big thing, right? Under de Blasio, at the beginning of his first term, he had a whole parent engagement initiative and stuff. And I realized over time that has faded away. So it seems like Mandani is looking to bring back, to get parents more involved again in, into the schools and being, having their voices heard. So that would be something that I'm really interested in hearing how that will work, if it will be set up like in, how de Blasio had it, or is there a different structure that they are looking at? So you guys tell me, is that something that you would like to have in the future, or is there another DOE official that you think would be better to have on to just talk about those policies and priorities for the year?
This is Nicole speaking. So I was absolutely thinking the same thing, and I wanted to suggest it. And I think now is a great time to captivate his attention. We have a lot of people in this community that was on his transition committee, so we have ears that we could utilize and reach out to him. I think Eric
Okay.
Waterman was on his youth. I have to go back and check. I think education, either youth or education. So, but we have a lot of people in this community on the transition committee. So we do have
Okay.
this.
Interesting. Okay, let's talk a bit more about that.
Yes.
That would be great. If we can get a foot in. Anyone else? I saw Kamara, you put in the chat, are we expecting any mayoral representation in our community board general meeting? What do you mean by mayoral representation?
Hi,
Clarify.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can, dear.
Awesome. I'm sorry, in a busy place. If you hear any background noise, apologies. So basically what I'm saying is that in past community board general meetings, sometimes a representative from the mayor's office would attend in order to say hi to the community board. So if Farah or anyone else knows if someone's coming this month or next month, maybe using that connection in order to make a leeway to get the chancellor in, or any sort of representation that'll help us for youth and education. That's what the lines I was thinking about.
Okay, great thought. I can tell you no right now. I've seen we approved the general board meeting agenda last week, and there's not. I don't know, this is the mayor, he's been in office for what, like 2 weeks, going on to 3. So I would say let's see if that happens, if he thinks that having a representative at the community board meetings is an important aspect, for on his team to have someone there. But so far, I'm going to say no, there's not any. And we can surely ask, right? It would be good if we did have someone there that at those meetings that can give us a bit more updates on things that are happening or will be happening around the mayor's, especially the budget is coming up. FY27 budget is coming up and might be a hot mess, but it's interesting to know how with the funding cuts and everything, where we're going to lose or gain, or we may have to think of different strategies for some programs within our schools or communities, right? How the funding looks for our CBOs who service our kids with after school programs or Saturday programs, those sort of things. So I'm really interested in hearing how this all works out and what that budget looks like moving forward. Thank you, Dr. Williams. If you guys notice in the chat that Dr. Williams said he has an internship available for youth media production, and to contact him for responsibilities or description. I'm going to take that information and I'm going to see if I can get that out there. Perhaps put it in our newsletter, to have that go into our newsletter. That would be interesting. We know we have a lot of young people who loves, always have their phone taking pictures or utilizing it, influencers or media in some form or fashion. Okay. And we have Mr. Hutchinson's information also. I do have this. Okay. Anything else, guys, on our mayor or chancellor? Anything that you want to see in our schools or think that it should be a priority for our chancellor to know?
I would just say I'm interested to see how he starts and how he gets our reading and math levels to where they need to be. Because coming from working in a school, that's where we are severely deficient at this time. And we can't be the largest public school system in the country and not be at the top. And so I would love to see what his plans are for really rectifying that.
Yeah. I thought I heard something about the math. I read something over the weekend in terms restructuring the math. I know there's with the state, there's that conversation of universal child care for 2-year-olds. And there's the governor wants to invest $100 million to fix existing gaps in the 3-decade program. But the 2-care program will roll out over 4 years, and it's pretty expensive, starting with $73 million for the first year to cover about 2,000 2-care seats. And we'll see how that goes. I know we have a lot of daycares in the community also, so I'm wondering if they're watching this to see how it rolls out. There are not a lot of people that take, some programs don't take the kids till they're like 3 or so. Luckily, I know my daughter and son-in-law were able to, her old preschool teacher who was still in existence, like she took the baby like from 6 months or so. But I don't know how many of our daycares in our community take kids that young, right? Or even from a year or under that 2-year mark. And I know that sometimes that's a big need in the community, because to hire a private babysitter is very expensive. It's extremely expensive. So I think having universal, the 2-care program, that might benefit a lot of people in our community. So we're going to see how that goes. And let's see. There's some talk about AI and chatbots and, trying to protect our kids online, but I'm not seeing a lot on our New York City budget, what that looks like yet for FY27. So more to come. So if you guys get any information or you read up on anything, please, you can share it with me and I'll share it with the larger group. And hopefully next month we'll know more than we do now. And I will speak to the chair and see some other folks and maybe our elected official, councilwoman, to see whether or not, getting the chancellor to one of our meetings just for a virtual chat, how that would go. Okay. All right, it's 8:53. Does anyone else have anything to share out with the group? Any upcoming events that you want to share of interest to the community? Anything that's happening? This is your time.
This is Magda Guillaume. I just want to apologize for logging in late, but I had Verizon issue most of the day, so I do apologize for my tardiness.
That is okay. I know Verizon had a nationwide outage today, so I saw an email about that at work. Yes, it was ridiculous. Somehow it did not affect. I don't know how Brooklyn in this community it was, but I thought earlier when I was having some issues that might have been it, but it seemed to be working fine because I have Verizon for my internet. But there was a really large.
It's not 100% back, so calls are very sparse, and then emails are not. I mean, depending on what you're trying to do. So if you connect to a Wi-Fi, you're able to use some of your functions. But again, I do apologize for my lateness.
That's okay. Thank you. I thank you for that. Appreciate it. Anything from anyone? Any events?
My name is Melissa, and I am the founder and executive director of Reaching Excellence in Achievers and Leaders. We are having a tech series starting January 31st. We're going to do a slime lab. I think I sent something to the community board regarding. I'm sorry?
No, you said I was saying you sent it to the board.
I did.
Okay.
Just giving you guys a heads up on what we're offering. Our first one is January 31st. It is online at reachingexcellence.org, and you can sign up on our events page for all of the upcoming events.
Awesome. And what did you say about a slime lab?
So that's our first STEAM activity. So we're doing a STEAM leadership series. So we're doing slime lab, we're doing a tech series, we're doing a robotics series, we're going to do a spring break series where we're going to combine STEAM and leadership for the spring break week. So every day there's a tech component.
Okay.
And then on the last day, I think it's April 10th, we're going to do a trip to the Brooklyn Navy Yard, the STEAM Center. And I want to say we are having a Lego series as well as Color Wars in June. And I sent all of that information to the community board.
Okay, great. I'm going to look at that. What's the age group?
So the age group is 6 to 15. So depending on what the actual activity is. So this one in January 31st, that one is for ages, that's from like kindergarten to 5th grade because it's slime. Middle school children aren't really so interested. But the next series, we're going to have a tech series, and that's open to kids 8 and over. So depending on the series that you register for will depend on the age group.
Okay, great. The slime interests me because for some reason my granddaughter loved, oh gosh, that slime. They go to some place in the city where they make it, or there's some play thing around there, and they're just so like it's like you see the happiest in them when they hear slime. Oh my God.
So it is for the younger children. We are offering it to like the kindergarten to 5th grade.
Okay.
6th grade, if so it depends on the one of the or the need of the student. So we are having that January 31st. It's from 1 to 5. It's at our venue, Reaching Excellence in Achievers and Leaders. Our venue is the Real Venue, and it's at 1805 Nostrand Avenue, and that's on Nostrand between Avenue D and Clarendon Road.
Oh, okay. Nice. All right, I'll get the info from Ms. Farrow. Thank you so much, Ms. Judd.
You're very welcome. I had a question about your essay contest. Are you so I service, quite a few schools in the community, and I wanted to know if you are able to send your essay contest to after school programs as well as the schools.
Yes.
I would like to get a couple of our kids involved in
Oh,
the
yes,
essay
please,
series.
please. So it's open to anyone who goes to a school in our community or live in the community.
Okay.
So
And
definitely.
how can we get will you have it at the next meeting, or how
No,
can we get
I'm
it
going to
next
send it out before. Do we have your email address?
Yes.
Okay. Miss Farah, do you have Miss Judd's email address? I wrote down.
I have info@reachingexcellence.org, and I've also got your
Okay.
mjudd@reachingexcellence and stuff.
Yes.
Okay, great. No, we'll definitely be sending that out to you because we do I would love to see so many kids participate in this. I used to do this with the 6-7 pre-sen, pre-COVID, and it was a really great response. It stopped, but I would love to bring it back again and to celebrate it with our kids. And as I said, we're co-sponsoring this with the author Kevin Blaze. For those of you who know Kevin Blaze, we had a really long conversation around this, and I was able to get him to pull in to do it because, as he said, he would love to see more of our kids out there doing more writing in terms of he's like, hey, they watch these movies and stuff, so we want our kids to become not just authors but writing screenplays and doing all these different prolific works and stuff. So he is working with us to get this going. So definitely we'll send it. As many kids as that would love to take part, please do that. And yes, Miss Williams, I will definitely send that to you also. Everyone will get it. So I think what we will do is the entire listserv that we have. Yes, we will get it out. I do have your email, Miss Williams. Okay, anything else from anyone?
Yes, McGradison.
Yes, sir.
Just saw one thing in my email regarding Martin Luther King celebrations. OBH One Brooklyn Health is having a MLK Day of Giving this Friday from 12 to 3 p.m. over by at Mount Zion Church of God at 203 East 37th Street. Again, from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. And they will be having blood pressure screening, food giveaway, and other health consultations to support family in need.
Okay, great.
You want me to text you the flyer too, and then you're
Yes.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, you can text it to me because I think I saw you sent me. Did you? Wait.
Yeah, I text you the one for Sunday at the church because I can't put it in the chat.
Okay. Yes, please.
I'll send it to you and then Ms. Farr.
Yes, that would be great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anyone else before we wrapped up? Okay, have we worked with Brooklyn Bodega before? No, we haven't. Kamara.
I was wondering whether maybe during our next youth happening or another event, for those on the call who are not aware of Brooklyn Book Bodega, they run events in the city where they basically give free books primarily for youth. And like it's like not a free for all, but it's an organized way of getting free books. So I was wondering if not for youth happening, but maybe an event, maybe in partnership with Parks and Beautification, maybe something we can partner with in order to make sure our the people in our community, the young people, are getting access to books, especially if they can afford them, as a way they can own it in addition to checking out books in the library.
Okay, I like that. And I see Ayana said they're a great organization. I volunteer with them. Now, you know, you shouldn't have said that because I'm going to be all over you with this. You know, I'm coming for you.
Absolutely.
But
No,
thank you.
they're a great organization. I'm also one of their ambassadors, so we could definitely, make that happen. That was an awesome, awesome suggestion.
Awesome. Great, great. And Miss Janet said, I have tons of books I can donate. Please let me know where I can drop them off. Okay. Okay. Great. Great. If all take if you all take book donations. Oh, do they take book donations also? Ayana or Kamara?
Yes,
believe
we
so,
do.
yes.
But if you go on their website, it's very limited. Not limited. Let me rephrase that. They do not take like textbooks and workbooks, religious books. But if you go to their website, you'll definitely be able to see what books they do take, and it's really for youth from age 0 to 18. So we don't have adult books and all of that good stuff. And we like that, to be giftable. We definitely don't
Yes.
mind youth books, but and there are several drop-off locations, or there are times when they can pick it up. But again, the website is just so good, and the staff there, the volunteers as well. I mean, extremely, extremely great people that are there to answer any questions that you may have.
Okay, great, great. I like this. We'll talk some more, Kamara and Ayana, about this. I like this. Okay. Anything else, anyone? Okay, so it's 9:05 p.m. I do not want to keep you any longer than we should. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here tonight. Appreciate you taking the time out of your busy
Hello?
schedule. Yes.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, who's speaking?
Noreen George.
Oh, hi, Miss
I've been
George.
trying
Yes.
with this outage. I don't know. I've been trying. I was having audio problems during the roll call. I'm saying hello, hello, but you calling my name, but I'm speaking to you, but you could not hear me. Just wanted you to
No.
know that I'm here, been here. Happy New Year to everyone, committee member.
Yes, I actually saw you. I figured something was going on, and I think you had put a message in the chat earlier saying that you were having some audio issues. So yes, I did see you, but thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Can I get a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Wait, before we adjourn, I just a quick interjection. Did we get a chance to
Yes.
vote on the minutes for today?
No, I did not, because I think this is a conversation I have to have with you. We have, from the list I have, we have about 35 members.
Well, I see over here we have about like 18 members, so we should be able to vote on it today, but
Wait, let me see if anyone came in, because what I count was 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I have 15.
oh, some members might have left. Okay, then next month then.
Yeah, the next one, because I think we have to remove some folks off of here that have not been showing up. So either tomorrow or Friday, Miss Barra, we need to go through this list. And this is why I keep not doing it, because when I look at the roll call and I look to see if we have quorum, we don't. We need to remove some members off of here so that we're doing this legitimately and we do have quorum moving forward. But thank you. Thank you for that. Okay. Can I get a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I, George State, make a motion to adjourn the Youth and Education meeting at 9:08 p.m.
Thank you. Can I get a second?
Cheryl
Ann
saw
Hudson
this.
second.
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
Ann
I was
Hudson
going to
second.
second it, but somebody else could. Yeah.
Miss Hudson, oh, you're on the line. Okay.
Yes,
All right.
sorry, I was
Thank
also
you.
having some problem.
Yeah. Okay, thank
Happy
you
New Year.
so much, everyone. Please enjoy the rest of your night until I see you next month. Keep safe, keep healthy, and thank you all. Have a good night.
Good evening.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.